For years, these guys have organized a mass organized effort to slander my name behind
For a really long time, these folks have coordinated a mass coordinated work to defame my name in the background. So every time I say something, you're simply seeing my part on the grounds that their part is behind the scene. Yet I maintain that you should know I'm available. I'm available, I'm obliged. For it, I'm blessed to depose evil cuz I heard him. And I'm giving you this, and I expressed something to him and left the studio. He said, not Mace carrying receipts to uncover Diddy for attempting his previous terrible kid specialists, I swear not set in stone to bring Diddy down unequivocally. And he isn't playing. He, as of late, spilled more tea on Diddy, guaranteeing that Diddy had a propensity for supposedly driving his craftsmen to get physically involved with him, and when they denied, he would purportedly kill their vocations, drop them from the mark, and afterward, SLA them with an iron chap NDA that kept them from coming clean. Mace and Diddy have an extremely lengthy history of ill will, and it seems as though Mace is as yet clutching some resentment against Diddy on the grounds that the charges that he is presently making against him are insane. Or did Diddy truly pimp out his specialists to be tried by different rappers in the business on the off chance that Satan can utilize him forcefully? Then I believe that you should realize God could utilize me forcefully. You all, I swear, not entirely set in stone to bring Diddy down no matter what. Since Chile, this man has been remaining on business with regards to Diddy, and he isn't going to give up at any point in the near future. It's practically similar to he was trusting that Cassie will drop her claim on Diddy since he has been going in on Diddy, and he has been going in hard. Mace wants a piece of terrible kid records until a significant aftermath with Diddy that soured their relationship had a few genuine comments about Diddy. For a really long time, he tossed shades at Diddy, and reports flowed that there was something more happening among Diddy and Mace than we knew. Cuz young lady, those two were going in on one another hard. And obviously whatever was happening between them must be something very chaotic. The aftermath between the two prompted a continuous public quarrel with Mama, in any event, dropping a diss track focused on Diddy and proceeding to scrutinize him via virtual entertainment. In his diss track, Mace released solid verses that unquestionably gotten down on Diddy. One vital line went ninjas attempt to starve my children and give my cash to his firstborn. Ninjas never pay the craftsmen, yet they love to pay the oddities. An unmistakable reference to Diddy's supposed association in unpredictable exercises that he jumped at the chance to allude to as oddity offs. What adds a charming layer to this adventure is that Mace delivered the track in 2022, over a year prior to Cassie's claim became visible. This started hypothesis that maybe Diddy could have pressured Mace into comparable circumstances. This theory is completely unwarranted given the past charges of Diddy's contribution and capricious associations with different rappers, including some inside the Awful Kid Records program. In the event that you all don't have a clue, I'm alluding to the reports that have been going around for a really long time that Diddy Igley like it to get down and frightful with his awful purchase craftsman. I imply that is the way he and Cassie met in any case when he marked her to Terrible Kid Records. Truth be told, there are hypotheses that the main explanation he marked Cassie to Terrible Kid in any case was that he needed her, and he needed her under his influence. See, with Cassie under his influence, she had no real option except to give in his advances, despite the fact that she would have rather not, according to her claim. I mean, she was 19 and he was 37. That ought to have been a sufficiently large warning. And wildly, her music profession never truly took off after she began dating Diddy. I mean, could you at any point envision dating your supervisor, who likewise is one of the greatest and most compelling individuals in the whole music industry, and you never become a music whiz? Definitely the math ain't mathing. And obviously it stayed to Maze this on the grounds that Diddy purposely held her vocation under on the grounds that he didn't need her, turning into no joking matter, and escaping his control, still up in the air, to hold her powerless to resist him, no matter what, regardless of whether it implied subverting her whole profession. And in any event, when Cassie attempted to take actions all alone to propel her profession, Diddy couldn't take it, and he put pause on her since he was angry with her for accomplishing something without his consent. In her claim, she said after Mr. Combs discovered that Ventura addressed one more music director at a party in Los Angeles, he became rankled. She had trusted addressing this chief would permit her to additionally develop her profession. and that Mr. Combs would be glad for her yet. Rather, he ended up being incredibly furious and hauled her out of the club where the party was occurring. She guaranteed that he hauled her into the vehicle and afterward continued to pound her ruthlessly. She attempted to twist up and conceal toward the side of the vehicle, yet that didn't help since he purportedly trampled her face. His guardian at the time, Roger Securities, attempted to de-escalate this circumstance, yet he couldn't do so. She asserted that Diddy kept on beating him. Or when they returned home to where she began hurling and had a few injuries and welts all over anyone who back to Mase, he and Diddy had their issues that in the end prompted him leaving Awful Kid and Kid. Was there a ton of animosity between them in the years since he has blamed Diddy for renouncing him, asserting that Diddy supposedly conveyed orders for no one to work with him in the business, since he needed to rebuff Mase for thinking for even a second to ascend against him, and the boldness to oppose him. Yet, fortunately for Mama, he had somebody in his corner, and that was 50 Penny 50 Penny. And Diddy have consistently had this extraordinary hamburger, and it has just deteriorated from that point forward. Curiously, the justification behind the meat was that 50 Penny needed to work with Diddy, yet Diddy would have rather not worked with him. Now, in that frame of mind, to Diddy this didn't have anything to do with 50 personally, and as per previous Gunnet part Tony, he was on the grounds that Diddy was apprehensive about marking a craftsman related with weapons in a criminal picture following the demise of Big Deal Smalls. Tony Yao said, "We had a gathering with Diddy. It was me and 50, and he removed the gathering from regard. He had bargains all around the table. I wasn't saying he planned to take the arrangement. He could have not yet. Diddy would have rather not taken the arrangement cause of all the show yet. 50 was the most sweltering man on earth, so assuming there was one individual who knew firsthand the way in which it felt to be dismissed by Diddy and find it hard in the business, it was 50 Penny. And I surmise for this reason he rushed to propose to help Mase. In addition to, he plainly needed to take advantage of Diddy. Working with the craftsman, that Diddy had gone far beyond to get boycotted. Mase additionally sort of implied that Diddy was at legitimate fault for the charges in a meeting, and he indicated that Diddy had constrained individuals to despise on him since we realized that Labyrinth had soil on him. I can't fault PFF for this cause I can't say he's making it happen yet. I can't say he's not, so assuming that you take a gander at individuals who disdain on me, right? They're from Revolt shows who run Revolt, individuals that generally disliked Mase and compose the most insane stuff about Mase come from Revolt. Who run Revolt? I'm actually asking you all cuz things among Diddy and Mama keep on being harmful for quite a while, yet they momentarily made up in 2021. And it was beginning to seem as though they planned to fix their relationship once more anyway. Things immediately got more poisonous by and by, and Mama asserted that Diddy owed him huge load of cash. And get this, it wasn't cash from 2021 yet, from the last part of the 9S and mid 2000s, when he was first endorsed to Terrible Kid Records anyway. Diddy applauded back at him and guaranteed that Mase owed him cash, not the reverse way around, and he said, "Mase owes me $3 million. That is realities. I have the receipts." Diddy likewise had a meeting where he guaranteed that Mase didn't get all that much cash flow while he was an awful kid, and that anything cash he feels that Diddy owes him is fanciful. He even ventured to allude to Mase as a phony minister. You realize I did one collection with Mase, one collection. How much cash do you think I owe this person? One collection. And afterward, he turned into a phony minister and proceeded to con individuals. Yet it just so happens, Mama was by all accounts not he only terrible kid craftsman that Diddy abused, in light of the fact that he did likewise to a ton of his previous craftsmen. And you all, there have been stories happening about this for quite a long time. Yet many individuals didn't focus at the time. Clutch your seats, people, since one of Diddy previous terrible kid proteges, Tanya Blown, just spilled the tea and it's steaming hot. She's pointing fingers at Diddy, guaranteeing he bungled and fundamentally killed her vocation out of sheer hate. Yeah. Tanya didn't talk the discussion